Thanks for stopping by the Reaction Lounge, folks. Today we're going to talk about dude movies, the kind of movies that guys like to watch. Women, of course, are free to watch these as well, but these are really marketed towards us guys. My name is Eric Wilford Watson. You can go to my website and learn a little bit about me and the books that I've written, and this is my companion, Steve.
Hi, I'm Steve.
I'm Steve.
The real question is, though, what makes a dude movie a dude movie? And here's my criteria with it. It's a movie that, by and large, is not going to win any awards. It's not going to win an Oscar. It's not going to win Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor. You're not going to win any of that shit. It's usually got more explosions than are really needed. Mm-hmm. It has to have a horrible script as far like the delivery on it just has to be asinine, but it is jam-packed full of action and just quippy one-liners.
Okay.
And usually, this is not a solid rule, but usually it involves actors such as Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, and people of that line. Great actors.
People that look good with machine guns.
Yeah. Or their shirts off, one of the two. Yeah. But yeah.
Which is the reason a lot of women will watch a dude movie.
And roll their eyes while their husband's like, that was cool! Like, yeah, okay, whatever. Oh, get shirts off. Oh, lame. What? It goes both ways.
My criteria is a little different. I don't mind if a movie has won an award, but it has to have a shitload of explosions in it. Really, just violence.
Violence.
Dudes like violence. I don't know why. It's just the way we're wired. I think if you want to chalk it up to evolution or the way we were created, we just like violence. Yeah.
We gotta sit in a cubicle all day. So I think we just like the idea of it being something that's so different from our day-to-day life. Because there was a study actually done that I don't know how many times a month guys think about this, but they're like, there's X amount of times a month or a week that men think about dying heroically in some kind of a last stand apocalyptic.
Perhaps today is a good day to die.
And I'm like, yeah, that tracks. That's, if I'm gonna go, I want it to be epic.
I like the fantasy of it. I like enjoying watching shit that I'm never going to participate in. I mean, there's people in real life that do action shit. I don't know how many war veterans are going to sit around and watch a war movie. A little bit too realistic. But
I'd be interested to know that, actually, if there's a stat out there for that.
A friend of mine, who sort of a friend of a friend, said that he served in Iraq. Okay. He didn't really see a ton of combat, but he saw enough. Yeah. You know, he said the most accurate movie he saw was Jarhead.
Oh, okay.
He said just boredom. Holy shit, I'm gonna die. Yep. Boredom. Holy shit, I'm gonna die. This is the most terrific thing I've ever seen. Boredom.
Interesting. Speaking of Jarhead, that's definitely on my list of dude movies.
Good fucking movie. Sequels, not so much.
No, not at all. They had one where it was just downright dumb, but the original Jarhead, I remember thoroughly enjoying that movie.
There is, I heard of like some World War II veterans that walked out of the theater at the beginning of Saving Private Ryan for that opening sequence was just too real for them.
Oh, I bet. And I mean, it's like, on the one hand, that's sad, right? Because like of what they did and what they went through in honor of their service. On the other hand, it's like, good job on the filmmakers to getting it to be that real.
And Saving Private Ryan is on my list, and it did win awards. Steven Spielberg, I think, got Best Director. It got snubbed for Best Picture, but I think Spielberg got the Best Director. I saw the movie in the theater probably 20 times.
Yeah?
I just went nuts for that movie because it surprised the shit out of me. I was expecting some military drama. I didn't know it was a fucking murder fest for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I was just expecting, and the way they advertised is, we got to go find this person and bring him home to his family. Oh, that sounds like a nice story. Holy shit, everyone's dying! Murder. That whole opening sequence, just that first half hour of that movie is just, holy fuck, what am I watching?
The last time I saw like a real, like legitimate military movie in theaters was Hacksaw Ridge with Andrew Garfield.
That is actually the next one on my list. That movie is astonishing, especially because it's a true story.
Yep. Love that movie. I can't say that I've seen it maybe more than just a handful of times because it's on that list of ones that I put on if I want to watch it. So I don't know that it hits my dude movie criteria so much, but that is an amazing military movie.
Please, Lord, help me get one more. Help me get one more.
Are you crying? Am I crying? No, I'm not crying. You're crying.
It also has, well, the fact that it's a true story, they actually toned back some of what that guy did because it was too outlandish. They thought that people would think that they were making shit up.
I believe that.
So it's actually less insane than the real life guy.
Which that in and of itself is insane, in my opinion.
American Sniper is another really good.
Oh, really good. Yep.
And that has that heroic ending too, where he dies while he's trying to help a fellow veteran. Mm-hmm. And the fellow veteran just had some issues and ended up shooting him. So he died helping the people that he cared about.
Yep.
I mean, what a way to go. And a real fucking dude, too.
Yep. What's it called? 13 Hours, I think it is. The story of the guys in Benghazi.
I don't know that one. Wait a minute. Yeah, I do.
Also based on a true story. Love that movie.
I haven't seen that one, but I know about it. I should watch that.
I would watch that one. That would be a fun one. I think you would like to do a breakdown, too, similar to how we did our episode on Mile 21 and so on and so forth like that. 13 Hours, really good movie.
Did you see The Beekeeper?
I have seen about 30 minutes of it. I never got around to actually finishing it.
You watched the best part of the movie.
Oh, okay.
You saw where he goes to the call center and just wreaks havoc. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's the best part of the whole fucking movie.
Oh, great. Okay.
I mean, there's a lot more killing and stuff, but the guy wants to murder for the sake of justice.
Yep.
He just nonchalantly walks into that office building, burns it down, kills a bunch of people, just nonchalant. It's not even difficult for him to do that. And he's one of those actors that just...
Jason Statham?
Yeah, there's something about his deadpan delivery where you just buy him as the badass.
He did really well in the Expendable movies, too.
Yes.
What was interesting with that cast and how they did those movies is because they're all your old school action people. You had Stallone, you had all those other guys in there, and yet he's the one of all of them that's got like the soft spot to him with a name like Christmas. But his thing is knives, and he's just playing with these knives, and he's like dead accurate with them, and it's just there's something really badass about him in that.
And it's the Expendables movie that prompted us to do this episode today, because those movies are just the quintessential dumb but fun. Watch people get shot. There's barely a story. There's just enough story so we understand why people are shooting each other.
Correct.
There's no more story than that. A little bit of character stuff. So you know, if it was just 2 hours of pure action, it actually kind of get boring. You need to catch your breath a couple of spots.
Yep.
So they have like the tattoo parlor.
I actually love that tattoo parlor. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the motorcycle thing. But I have told my wife if I ever get a back piece done, I want to find someone that can have me lay out on top of a motorcycle like they do in that film to get my back done. Because there's just something cool about that.
You know, I've never gotten a tattoo. I used to be in a heavy metal band, and I'm surrounded by tattoos and piercings and long hair. I just never got a single tattoo ever. I even have an ex-girlfriend who is a tattoo artist. And she thought it was exotic to date me because I was the only guy she was ever with that didn't have a single tattoo.
You were exotic.
I was tempted to get a freckle tattoo as a joke, which is one tiny little brown dot just done, just so I can say I have a tattoo.
That's amazing.
And nobody would even know it was a tattoo. Just like this little brown spot here is a tattoo, you know?
That'd be amazing. Do it.
Yes, it's horrible, this idea.
For that one, Mile 21, or 22 Mile? Mile 22.
Mile 22.
Why do I always mess that title up? It's like my favorite movie.
It's a weird movie to be your favorite movie, but I can see it's just turn off your brain, watch the action, enjoy it. Good characters, good actors. It's fun to have a talented actor just have fun with a machine gun and just kill.
Mm-hmm. Transformers. All of those ones with Michael Bay.
Oh, we part ways on that one, my friend.
That one, I do not care for the story at all. Period. End of story.
I just don't like Michael Bay movies.
Really? I'm not in love with him like I am with Guy Ritchie, by any means. But that's one that, like, when the girls go out of town, I will turn on at least once because I crank the soundbar in the subwoofer just for that. But that was soon replaced by The Batman in the scene with when the Batmobile got introduced, as he's revving the engine and starting up the thruster and everything. That was just beautiful.
I just bought a new TV. I upgraded to a more modern, big-ass TV.
Yes.
That's the first thing I put on was The Batman.
Oh, yeah, it's a good testing movie.
Yeah, I figured the modern TVs, the blacks look blacker and darker. That there's no like the light doesn't bleed through, so the contrast is there. And I figured what's a good movie that has a lot of darks in it, and a lot of action and good sound.
Batman.
Yeah, so I watched that again. It's beautiful.
Have you ever had a dude movie that a friend introduced you to, and you watched it and you were like, no?
No, not really. Not that I can think of.
I was really waiting for him to say one of the movies I recommended to him.
Every movie he's ever told me about, no, I really can't say that. I'm pretty lenient with movies.
Fair.
I don't give a lot of bad reviews. I can criticize and say this is what I wish this movie would have done better. But very few movies do I actively dislike.
Fair.
I can give you an example of one that I fucking hate, and that's Natural Born Killers.
I've never seen it.
It was a Quentin Tarantino movie, but it got rewritten and redone. Quentin Tarantino actually hates the movie. He didn't direct it. He just wrote the first draft, and basically he considers it a movie that was ruined.
Oh.
There's a sequence where Rodney Dangerfield just plays this weird sex pervert.
So if your ass is in this house, it's my ass. So you move it upstairs and take a shower. We'll make sure it's a...
And the violence, I don't mind gratuitous violence, but it just seems so off.
It's got to make sense, though. Like you said with the Expendables, there's got to at least be a reason where you can be like, this is why people are dying and getting killed and everything like that, when it's just there for being there.
And you are it!
It's just kind of lost.
And there's a lot of old 80s, 90s action movies that I love, that I watch, that there's no artistic value to them at all. I can point to like the old, when I was in high school, a friend of mine got me into martial arts because that's just what they were into. Guy moved to my hometown, and I started hanging out with him, and he's like, "Do you do martial arts?" I'm like, "No." Well, if you're friends with me, you're going to do martial arts. So,
That's a scary sentence.
so I started learning how to kick things and punch things. And it was fun. But we watched the shit out of action movies. It's just like 2:00 in the morning, we're just watching Bloodsport just because.
Damn.
So I love that era, like the late 80s, early 90s kind of a pre-computer graphics.
Yep.
You know, if somebody got shot, the blood squib exploded instead of like a little CGI spurt of blood. Like something actually exploded blood out. That's beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
War. It's fantastic.
What about Rush Hour?
Jackie Chan? Yeah, the banter's great.
They have a fourth one coming out.
Do they?
Yeah.
Jackie Chan is good. He's one of those actors that he's not really the best actor in the world, but if you want to watch him flip around and kick people and punch people, then believably, he looks like he knows what he's doing.
Yep. What else went on there? The Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider movies, I actually thoroughly enjoy in that category. And here's the thing, the action is there, it's whatever. It's not everything's exploding. I like the mystery, I like the treasure hunt. The dude aspect of it was, this is when Angelina Jolie was at her prime. Mm-hmm. So she was smoking.
Easy to look at.
Easy to look at.
He has an erection.
Yeah. It's all her fault.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith is in that same category.
I completely missed the ashtray.
Did you ever get into like in the Fast and Furious movies at all?
Sort of. I love the first one.
First one was great.
Whoa! He's got one of those big shiny things with a lot of tubes and curly coils coming out of it. With a red doohickey, he's got one of those fancy thingamajiggers.
What's the one that doesn't have Vin Diesel in it?
Tokyo Drift.
Okay. That one wasn't so great. I thought it was fun.
Fun's the best word for that.
Yeah. I watched, I think, 2, 3. I watched like the first 3 kind of in a row.
Okay.
And then periodically I watched the next 3 or 4 after that. I don't remember where I left off, but I haven't seen like the latter third of them.
Yeah.
It kind of just seemed to be repetitive.
They're gonna like mush together and it just kind of becomes